Before I learned of the abuse, I've seen certain behaviors in her where we thought she had ADHD. She had a lot of anxiety, shaky hands. She didn't want to sleep in her room, she would ask to sleep in her brother's room. And that went on for about 6 months before I knew what had happened to her. I was the one that had found him in her room, so I never thought anything like that would ever happen, that he was capable of something like that. It's been hard because I wanted to be married the rest of my life with him, and that, it was gone. So I had to deal with those feelings. When I had told my family and his family what had happened, they just turned their backs on us. When we first came to Kids Center, we were scared. We didn't know what to expect. We're meeting new people, and my daughter was very reserved. She wasn't willing to talk about it. After being there, and everyone was so nice and helpful, and we felt safe. It's hard being in a place where you are a person of color. So it meant a lot to have people believe what happened to my daughter. For 3 months after the abuse, I went into a deep depression and kind of lost myself. And my kids kind of had to help me out of that. I had them in therapy, and they're getting better, but I'm still stuck in the dark. And in order to help our kids, we have to take care of ourselves. So they just let me know that he was sick, and it was not my fault what he did to her. It would have been my fault if I had not said anything about it and continued to let it happen. I know that I was brave to get help for my daughter and my family and to put him in prison where he belongs. Therapy for her has been great. First, she didn't want to talk, but going to therapy, and I think it's children's therapy that's much different than adults. It's been great. She's a whole new person. She has confidence, and she plays basketball and loves being outside, and she has friends, and she's more open and expressive, and she's able, to express how she feels. Mom, I'm feeling this way, and we talk about it. Whereas before, she didn't want to talk about anything. She completed her therapy in January of this year. She's a whole new person. Like they say, kids are resilient. She's just so strong. She's sprouting like a weed, and Rachel was her therapist, and she has been really, really great, and she still calls and checks up on her and makes sure that she's okay, and the doors are still open if she feels like she needs to come back and do more therapy. A lot of people don't want to go to therapy. They think it's not for them, but we need it, especially as parents. There's nothing wrong with you going to get help and support. If I could describe Kids Center, I would say compassionate. We all have been very compassionate. They're a great support system. They're there to help you and your children. I know a lot of moms may be afraid, what do I do? I'm alone. And the Kids Center, they're there for you. That's what you guys are there for, to help families that have been through trauma. The Kids Center has just been so great and so, warm and bringing us in. And I feel like the Kids Center is my second family.